Hey, what's going on, guys? El Brasilero here, bringing you one more video, and this time we are gonna be reviewing Tactician. Now, have you ever wondered, running in the dark zone with your team, how is that some teams will just run through your team and melt everybody of you like at ease, and do the same with another teams too? Well, there is like big chances that at least one person in that team is running Tactician. Now, Tactician is not what it used to be in another patch, where we used to recognize them by the...
There is no sense wasting
excuse me, sir. I'm trying to make a video here. Thank you. So, as I was saying, Tacticians used to run Seeker Miners, and they used to be like crazy with those little balls. They will like blow everything up, including you, like one set of those and you will die. That is not the case no more. Same thing that they did with a Firecrest fire turret. They just changed that. Now you're not able to kill a person only with your Seeker Miners. Now that is a good thing though, because those things like turrets and Seeker Miners, they're supposed to be a complementary thing, damage to your weapon, not the main thing. Okay, it's not like it used to be, like hiding in a corner, wait for your Seeker Miners to load and throw them, and that's it. You got like 3-4 kills, even 4 sometimes, the whole team. So that is good. Now that is gone. So the way that now this build works, and is really good, really fun, is boosting up with your pulse the weapon damage for all your team. Okay, so you have a Predator, you have a Striker in your team, and you boosting the critical hit chance and the critical hit damage of all of them with your pulse, and that is what is doing the difference. You know, it's making a lot of more damage like a team without a Tactician, will do to them. So let's go ahead, and I will be showing you pretty quick the way that I build this guy. So let's go, guys. No. Just wondering, because the other guy jump and you say, oh, he's meaning this. You're very good at reading body language. Alright guys, here we are again. So let's take a quick look at the way that I build this guy. And I will be explaining, there's a lot of to explain on this build and this class. So I will try to go slow and go one by one so I don't forget anything. Now, there's two ways that you can run Tactician, okay? And I try them. One is with everything based on electronics, which will leave your class to be too squishy for my taste, and also be shooting like almost like salvage bullets. You know, like your bullets will almost do no damage to them unless when you're hitting some critical hit chances, and then you're again you'll be too squishy. So I did not like that. I did not like the feeling of not causing damage with my weapon, and I did not like being so squishy. I mean, guys like noticing that I'm the one boosting a lot, because if you put a lot more in electronics, like 7, 8, even 9 or 10,000 if you're using like seeker miners, because you don't need that much for the pulse, okay? Because there is no way, you know, like that you're gonna use all that with the pulse. There is a cap on the pulses. So, but even though you use 8 or 7, 8 on the electronics, that will take that will leave you, like I said, too squishy. And that once the players notice that you are the tactician in the team, they will try to bring you down fast, because they know that you are the one, or most of them know that you're the one causing your team to do so much damage. So if they come and run into you to shoot you, and they feel that your bullets are doing nothing to them, and they also see your energy going like really really fast, they will focus on you. And 2 guys or 3 guys focusing on you, you will die in a blink of the eye. So I always try to get my builds balanced, okay, in a way that I don't like to be squishy, too squishy. I don't like to be pushing around, and I also like the feeling of my weapons doing some damage. Okay, this is a shooting game, and even though this is a great class for have like some electronic talents use, I also like the feeling that my bullets are causing some damage. I like to shoot. Okay, so also, as you can see, I'm not running with a 6 class tactician, only a 5, and I also will explain you why. The reason I'm not using the 6 piece and I'm using that backpack. So let's go little by little. I'm running this class with 5,200 on firearms, 5,300 on stamina, and 5,400 on electronics. Okay, my weapons are the light M4 and the house. Okay, light M4, it will be for like mid to long range, and the house for close range. Also, when the players in these days, there's many players in these days that they have learned that the exotic damage resilience, it helps a lot against predator mark bleeding. So there is a lot of people using that, and it's great. I mean, the exotic damage resilience will not only help you with the predator mark bleeding, it also will help you against like turrets, fireballs, and exotic weapons. So you know, like if you're running with 2 exotics, the damage from your weapons are gonna be reduced by the damage resilience that they have on the gear set that they're running. So if I notice that a player is not taking too much damage with my house, I will switch to my light M4, since I will be assuming that he has a high resilience damage, okay, protection. So the talents on my light M4 are Unforgiven, one of my favorites, since you know in a battle you always losing some bars, and the more bars that you lose, the more damage that you causing. Competent, since I'm running a class that it will be running a pulse every 20 something seconds. That every time that I do hit my pulse, it will increase by 10% the damage on my weapon by 15 seconds. That means that it will leave me a few seconds without this talent being active. So it's almost all the time it's gonna be active. And talent responsive is for 10% more extra damage for close range enemies. Okay, now my house, it has sustained and Unforgiven. Okay, same. Unforgiven, not need to be explained. And sustain, you know, like when you are when I switch to my house and to finish a guy or to kill a guy, I will be getting extra health by it. Okay. Now the way that I'm running my gear set is on my vest, as I always recommend on my videos, if you guys follow me, is exotic damage resilience, health and ammo capacity, and is run on stamina. Now the mods are both with health on electronics. Okay. My mask is on also stamina with exotic damage resilience and damage to elite. Damage to elite is great for those NPCs that are bugging you when you try to have a decent fight with another team, but you also can change that for fire resistance. Sometimes I like that instead of the damage to elites. Okay. My knee pads, they are run on firearms with skill power for my major attribute, and for my minor ones, burn, bleed and blind death resistant, I would like to have shock instead of that one, but still not like on that front. Skill power on electronics and pulse critical hit damage for my other mod. My holster, on my holster is gonna be on well, it's maxed out, so everything has the same, and it has pulse critical hit damage also. My gloves are running with SMG damage to boost my house, skill haste and critical hit chance, and is run on electronics. Okay, and now this is the moment where I'm going to explain you why I'm using this backpack. Okay, well, this backpack, okay, it will give me a 200% fire from the firearms and stamina that I have. It will put it on my skill power. So with this backpack, I will be getting more skill power than if I were using the 6-piece or the backpack from the Tactician. Okay, as you can see here, let me show you. This one has skill power on electronics, and this one has exactly the same skill power on electronics. A little lower maybe, but still right there. So from 236 skill power that I have with my other one, with the Tactician one it will go down to 211. Now what do I gain on return if I want to sacrifice those 25,000 skill power? Well, I will gain the 6 bonus on the Tactician. That what it does is, like, once you use your pulse, once your pulse is loaded, okay, like you hit 30 times something, NPCs, players, whatever you hit, like turrets, you will get you will get a counter, okay, up to 30. Once you hit that 30, you will be maxed out on this talent, on this bonus. So once you use it, it will reset it to 0, and then the next time your cap will be raised up to 60. Now I try, and there is no way, like that you're gonna hit 60 times a player before you use the pulse, or you use your heal ability to heal you. Not only that, even if you did hit them 60 times, what you will be gaining, it will be like so little, like for like, I think that it was from like a 7% more on critical hit chance damage for that. Okay, so putting everything in there in the table, I tried both of them and I realized that it's not worth it. Okay, it's much better to have this one boosting my skill power and everything on my class, and be like satisfied having a 30 counter, like 30 times is good enough. I don't need the 60, so that is why I'm running with this backpack. I show you already his skill power on electronics and pulse critical hit damage on both of them. Okay, now this is the way that all my gears are. Now let's go and take a look on the okay, let's put the house here. Okay, because that's kind of my main. Okay, I have 18,000 weapon damage, 35% critical hit chance, 85 on critical hit damage, headshots, and the most important is how squishy you are. Okay, so I have 315,000 on max health. It's not that great, but also not as squishy as other tacticians that you will be seeing running around. My exotic damage resilience is 21%, not bad at all. Bleeding resistance 48. Okay, this one it will not prevent you to get the bleed by the predator, but it will help you to reduce, once you're bleeding, to reduce the amount of bleeding. Okay, so it's also good. Exotic damage resilience to help you to prevent the bleeding, and the bleed resistance to help you to lower the bleeding. Okay, all right. So now in the skills, I got my pulse. My pulse has 22.80% on critical hit chance and 38.40 on critical hit damage. Now I have 8% over there from my mods, so actually will be 30 critical hit damage. Now this will be increased by the counter. I will show you right now. Okay. Now the pulse, as the way that the pulse work is that the pulse will not stack. Let's say that somebody in your team has a pulse with, I don't know, 7, 10, 12% critical hit chance, and the same for critical hit damage, and you use yours. The pulse that is stronger is the one that is going to be taking effect. Okay, so if you use your pulse over your friend's pulse, your pulse is going to eliminate his pulse, and your pulse is going to be the one in effect. All right. So that is why you don't need such a huge pulse. Besides, this pulse, once you hit the 30 countdown, it will be going to 29.3 on critical hit damage and almost 40 on critical hit. I'm sorry, 29.3 on critical hit chance and almost 40 on critical hit damage. Okay, that little, this does make a difference already. Okay, I mean, nobody like in a regular class run with a pulse as this high. Okay, unless that you're focused on pulse, like with a build like this. So this pulse will take over the rest of the pulse that you may have in your team, and like 40% critical hit damage on a predator or on a striker, on top of whatever they have in the weapons and the mods, on their own class. That makes a lot of difference. Okay, the damage is increased by a very decent amount, and that makes a lot of difference running this pulse. Okay, so this is the way that the pulse is. Now remember also, this counter will reduce the cooldown on all your abilities and on all your skills. I'm sorry. So your pulse is going to be every 27 seconds. Your immunizer will be every 17 seconds, and then the signature skill, it will be every 372 seconds. Now without that, without the pulse, it will be 30 seconds, 19 seconds, and this 411. Okay, so that if you use your skill link and try to leave a little bit your counter loaded, and it will help you to get your link back sooner. Okay, and as the talents, I always recommend the same ones when for the ranks, not for all the classes, but most of my classes. On the move, okay, to increase by 15% the damage resistant, incoming damage resistant for 10 seconds. That will help you. They will give you time to use a med kit that also will increase the damage resistant incoming by 20%. That is 35% more. Okay, by 10 seconds, and that could make a lot of difference. Now, using the med kit, you also will be healing your whole team with your combat medic, and the strike back. that when you have a low health, it will reduce the cooldown also by 20%. So between this strike back and the counter, your talents will be, skills and talents will be coming really fast. Your skills, I'm sorry, will be coming really fast back. Okay, now to see in the damage, I have a 34,000 on my critical hit shots on my house. Now if I use the pulse, it will be increased by 53. Okay, so it's a very decent increase, as you can see. And now with my light M4, it's 30,000. Okay, 30,000 regular critical hit shots, and with the well, in this case with the pulse is gonna be a little bit more because the talent of my weapon that is gonna be activated right now. There you go. So it will go to 44,000. Okay, so this is it, guys. This is the way that the class works. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys like it and could use it and have fun with it. Okay, please don't forget to give it a like if you did like the video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and also to help me as a creator to give me more incentive to keep doing this kind of videos. Thank you very much. I will see you guys on my next video. El Brasilero out. Cuidado de longe, aqui tá de sniper, ele deu um chute.
Get the